Hi YouTube. I have some incredibly painful and personal news to share. My dad recently died, and it's hard for me to find the words, but somehow I find it important and therapeutic to talk about it. I'm not going to tell you much about him because that was his own business, but I do want to address the sorrow and loss that I'm going through right now. Like all parents and children, there were times where we didn't see eye to eye. I had my fair share of annoying moments with him, and he was a very stubborn man. When he was right, and not a lot of people could tell any different. He was also very strong-minded. I was there as he passed, and unfortunately he was so sick that we couldn't communicate. The whole thing happened fast and came as a surprise. Once he had died, I obviously cried and cried. I was both sad, angry, heartbroken, confused, and very spiritual, hoping that he was going to a better place. All of my thoughts and memories that I ever had of him came rushing back, and I was overwhelmed. The bad stuff flew straight out of the window, and I was left with a broken heart full of good memories. We all handle this kind of sorrow differently, and many experience the need to show the world how sad they are, and others live with internal grief, not crying or showing much emotion. But don't judge, as we all go through the 5 stages of grief, we just show it differently. I've done some research into why I feel the way I feel, and why others have reacted the way they have reacted, and I have found that there are generally 5 stages of sorrow. The 5 stages are denial. This is an obvious temporary response. Denying the situation and rationalizing it is a defense mechanism. We hear what we want to hear and find facts that suit our denying response. This helps us bear the first wave of pain. The second stage is anger. As the effects of denial wear down and reality pours into your mind, the second phase of pain emerges. You won't be ready. This intense emotion is generally expressed as anger. Your anger may be aimed at things, strangers, friends, or family. It can also be directed at the ones you love, the person who is actually dying. Logically, more often than not, the loved one is not to be blamed. Emotionally, however, we may resent the person for causing us pain or leaving us. We feel guilty for being angry, and this makes us even more angry. The third stage is bargaining. Again, you try to rationalize what you have been going through. What could you have done differently? Can you come up with a master plan that the doctors haven't thought of? This is where you start making deals with your god or gods if you have any. The fourth stage is depression. There are 2 types of depression that you might go through. The first type is a rational and practical type. You might start to worry about money, the future, the cost of the funeral, and other obligations that you have neglected or will be neglecting as a result of your sadness. The second type of depression is our quiet preparation to separate ourselves from our loved one, to bid farewell. This can also be seen as the start of the 5th phase, stage 5, acceptance. Not all people reach this phase. Some deaths can be so sudden and surprising or heartbreaking that we never see beyond our anger or denial. This is a hard nut to swallow. This phase is marked by a sense of calmness. Even though it's not a happy time, acceptance must be distinguished from depression. Growing with this kind of loss is ultimately a deeply personal experience. Maybe you share your feelings and maybe you don't, but others can or should be there for you to help you through this process. Generally, it's recommended that you allow the grief to work through you. Get help if you want, take help that is offered, but find time for yourself. Denying the fact will in no circumstance be considered healthy. I have been lucky enough to have a wave of friends that embrace me and my sorrow. They have listened when I've talked, and they've tried to comfort me when they could. It's been such a good, positive feeling in all of this negativity to have people offer their help and their shoulders to cry on. Sadly, this is something most of us will have to go through. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone, but it's a fact of life, and we all have to deal with it. This video is not just for those who have lost someone, but also to those who stand by those who have lost someone. This has been a tough time for me and my closest, and those who stood by us and still stand by us are our heroes, keeping us sane and grounded. I loved my dad. He was a great man and a great source of inspiration. He inspired me to be an artist, to love good food and seek out adventure. He made my baby laugh properly for the first time, and my baby made him laugh wholeheartedly back. I'll leave you with a short video from that session. Thanks again for watching, and if you would like to help me with this channel, then please subscribe and or leave a comment. Bye.
Phalanges, phalanges, phalanges.